Hello everyone, welcome back to the IndieGeekGuy channel. Hope you're well. Today we're looking at The Rock, not to be confused with The Rock or A Rock, but The Rock. So this is a Michael Bay film starring Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage and has something to do with Alcatraz, but I'm not entirely sure what. That's basically it. That's all I know. All I know about this movie is it has those actors in it and it has that location. I know a handful of people who say this is Michael Bay's best film. Now, you're asking me, that bar personally is pretty low, so who knows, maybe this will be the one. Maybe this will be the one that hits out of the park. I mean, at the very least, people say that this is his most fun movie. And it's one of those movies that's just been kind of on the preliminary of my radar. It's been one I've been wanting to watch, but not one I've been leaping at. And I don't know, something just went off in my head and thought, okay, we're doing it. We're doing The Rock. We're going to give Michael Bay a shot, and we're heading back to Alcatraz since, you know, maybe this is just some sort of soft sequel to Dirty Harry 3. I don't know. I expect madness. I expect full tilt, Michael Bay insanity, and, you know, Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage together. That's got to be fun. That has to be fun, right? There's no way it can't be. This is like peak Nicolas Cage. I mean, some would argue he's still in his peak and will never stop being in his peak. But two of them bouncing off one another must be fun, so I'm looking forward to that. Ed Harris is also in here. I'm going to go out and say that maybe he's the bad guy. I feel like that's possibly because it's Ed Harris. Simply, maybe I'm painting him with an unfair brush here, but I feel like he probably is the bad guy. But before we jump into the movie, please remember to hit the thumbs up button if you enjoy the reaction and the review that happens afterwards. Also consider subscribing so you don't miss any future videos. That's more reactions, gameplays, all sorts of fun stuff. Also, there are links in the descriptions for Discord server and also the Twitch channel. We're streaming over there now, so make sure you go follow. But other than that, let's get into this movie, see what it's all about, see if this well and truly is Michael Bay's best movie. Let's do it. A Michael Bay film. Oh, the American flag's already here. Not a Michael Bay movie unless that flag is flying somewhere. You know, fair play to him. He has his aesthetic. Michael Bean's in this? No one told me that. He's staring into my soul. Jesus. I'm guessing Ed Harris is a put-out officer. Something bad has happened, and he's going to take revenge somehow. That's my guess. There's my guess. Zip line? They're going to zip line into this place? Oh, they are! Look at them go! Oh, they're so cool. Zip line ninjas. Oh, they're using beanbags? I guess they're working with Ed Harris. They don't want to necessarily kill their fellow soldiers, right?
I want 16, Major.
Well, these are chemical weapons? They're stealing chemical weapons of some description? Or is it just nukes? One or two. Chemicals or nukes? What's it gonna be? That seems like a stupid thing to have happened. Chemical weapons, chemical weapons, that's what it is.
Clear out.
Sucks to be that guy, I guess. Jesus. I guess we needed to see what the stuff would do. Oh my god. Ugh. That poor hula girl. Oh my god.
Carla wouldn't approve. She thinks it's dumb to spend $600 on an LP.
Carla's right. Why don't you just spend 13?
He's already going full Nicolas Cage. He should have been there 2 seconds. It's already happening. I think I have that record, but it wasn't that expensive.
Look at Stan.
What the fuck is in this box?
Stanley. Don't. Hi, Stan.
Well, that went bad. That went bad. Never trust the creepy dolls, clearly.
There's enough C4 explosive and poison gas to blow the whole chamber and kill everybody in the building.
Fucking idiot. That fucking idiot. How did he get this job? That he let this happen?
For the atrophy, now! Inject it in your heart before your suit melts.
Shit.
Have fun with that. Stab yourself in the heart. Stab yourself in the heart.
Look how big this is. You want me to stick this into my heart? Are you fucking nuts?
Yeah, like, Jesus. Like someone who doesn't do injections very often, like, yeah, just aim for your heart. Hope for the best. Man, this guy's getting fired. He's getting fired so bad.
Get the fuck out of this gas chamber. I'm gonna stab myself in the heart with this thing.
Jesus. Jesus. Well, I guess that establishes Nicolas Cage knows how to defuse a bomb under great pressure. Chemical bomb at that.
We didn't mean what you just said, did you?
When?
Just right now, when you were talking about bringing a child into the world and having it be an act of cruelty.
I meant it at the time.
Stanley, at the time, you said it 7.5 seconds ago.
Well, gosh, kind of a lot's happened since then. Look, we're not even married.
Will you marry me?
Whoa, hey, marriage police, pull over.
Come on, Stanley, I'm proposing to you right now.
He's never looked more uncomfortable. He's literally like, I don't want to bring kids into the world. It's cruelty. I'm pregnant. Oh, will you also marry me?
Is it really true? I, Ranger Bob, cordially invite you to become inmates of Alcatraz. Temporarily, of course.
Well, there's this ready-made hostages, I guess.
Will be branded as traitors. Gravest capital crime. Punishable by death.
I mean, you've captured a bunch of civilians and have chemical weapons. Who would have thought?
You will each be paid a fee of $1 million for services rendered, but you can never again set foot on your native soil. Can you live with that?
Yes, sir!
The men of
Give me the money.
their families are told fairy tales about what happened to them and denied compensation. Well, here and now, the lies stop!
Okay, I guess he's just angry about how the government treats its armed forces.
It was my men on the ground that made those hits possible by lasing the targets. 20 of them were left to rot outside Baghdad after the conflict ended. No benefits were paid to their families. No medals conferred. These men died for their country and they weren't even given a goddamn military burial.
Yeah, that does suck. That does suck quite a bit.
You refused payment, I launched the gas. I am aware of your countermeasure. You know and I know it doesn't stand a chance.
Alright, send in Sean Connery. Do it right now.
What is the potential casualty rate for a single rocket armed with VX poison gas, General Peterson?
60 or 70?
Well, that's not so bad.
1,000. 70,000 dead.
That's not so bad. I mean, it's pretty bad even if it was just 60 or 70, to be fair. That's not so bad. We can deal with that.
Who is your best chemical biological man?
Nicolas Cage. He's coming in. Literally, it seems like. Jesus. I did not know that that's what we were cutting to.
Our only alternative is an attack from within the prison.
And you studied the architectural plans?
They're useless. Under there is a maze of shit.
There is someone who I think can help us.
It does not exist.
It does exist.
Oh my god, they're building him up. They're building him up big time.
30 years ago, he was a highly trained SAS operative. He is my age now, for Christ's sake.
He's a professional escape artist.
I mean, he didn't escape from this place, wherever we are right now. He looks like Billy Connolly with that hair, though.
There's a hostage situation on Alcatraz. Hostage? 81 tourists. The Rock has become a tourist attraction. Why don't we cut the shit out?
He's been locked up so long.
Here's a quarter.
He's going to use that to escape. He's going to use it to escape.
You go talk to him.
Me?
Yes.
Sir, I'm not qualified.
What is your specialty again?
Chemical weapons.
Don't mention that.
Okay, I'm guessing because he knows the severity of the gas they're up against, he can try and communicate that without giving the game away, I guess.
I'm an agent with the federal FBI. I'm Stanley Goodspeed.
Just bamboozle him. Just bamboozle him.
Of course.
Coffee.
Oh, yes. Well, that was in fact going to be my next... Can we get a cup of coffee in here, please?
Oh my god.
Tell me what the ass.
I fear the Greeks, even when they bring gifts.
An uneducated man. That rules out the possibility of you being a field agent.
Just trying to suss him out. Just trying to figure out who the hell is this guy who's just been sent in here. Hi.
Womack. Why am I not surprised, you piece of shit?
Okay. I'm guessing he just wanted to see who was actually running the show, I guess. Jesus, he's just always up to something. Always up to something. This is the longest long game ever. He's up to something. Oh, he's got everyone food. He's good there.
Why should I trust you now? You've got my word.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like it's worth very much. Oh, here he goes. He's gonna string him. Yeah, there it is.
Freeze, mister!
Freeze, mister! Jesus, that had to hurt. That's just like a bit of, like, cord. That's got to be so painful on the wrist.
I never saw you throw that gentleman off the balcony. All I care about is, are you happy with your haircut?
Oh my god. Jesus.
FBI.
Nicolas Cage is going to stop this man, even though he's just a chemical expert.
I want a net put on this son of a bitch, you hear?
Oh my god, what is the camera doing? Jesus. How did he get out of that? How did he look like he went straight side onto it? And then he was just moving forwards again. Hello? What the fuck is this camera doing? Jesus, there's just literally everything in the road. Every single thing that could possibly be in the road has been in the road. Oh, I hope the guy got out of there. I don't even know how we got here. I literally have no idea how that happened. But it did.
Marvin, look up Wolfburg Federal Penitentiary. The inmate is Mason John.
Wait a minute. They have next of kin, a Jade Angelo of 32 Stenson Drive, San Francisco.
Well, that's convenient. That next of kin happens to be right here.
Well, I'd like to think it would have led somewhere if only...
If only what? 6 federal marshals hadn't kicked down a door and dragged you back to prison? So they let you out?
Yeah.
Yeah, they let me out. That's absolutely what happened. I didn't just cause, like, a typhoon of car explosions.
You know, you're almost the only evidence that I exist.
Yeah, that's gotta suck. That's to suck for him. Like, to be told you don't exist. We're taking you off life's map. Well, at least he's got something to live for. I was worried he was just gonna be, like, on a suicidal run, but clearly not.
Why did you come to me?
FBI, ma'am. Father's working with us. He's helping us resolve a dangerous situation.
Came in and did him a solid there.
I'll know when we're all inside.
No, you're not goddamn going. Show us on the blueprints.
I can't. My blueprint was in my head.
You're not going anywhere, miss.
I don't think you have a choice. Either you take him with or this fucks up.
Womack, you're between the rock and a hard case.
Oof. Oof.
I should really begin briefing your guys on defusing and detoxification. We've got a really neat layout over here of the camera as well as the rocket, so let's get rolling.
That won't be necessary.
You're going as well, Nick. Pick the hint.
You mean I'm going out there?
Have you ever been in a combat situation?
I mean, a few hours ago.
Now this is atropine. If you come in contact with the gas, you have 20 seconds to inject it into your heart. Don't fuck with me on this. It may save your life.
Someone's getting stabbed in the heart. Someone is getting stabbed in the heart in this movie. They've set that up twice now.
So the SUs have been deployed and the Eagles are in the water.
Oh, look at that thing. That's cool.
You stand by the door
until I open it.
I'd like to know how you plan on accomplishing that.
Through here.
This seems very elaborate, whatever the fuck this thing is he's rolling through. A boiler, I guess?
Looks like he fucked his commander.
What? Why would he? What? What? Why would he fuck? He just got himself deeper into Alcatraz. Like, everyone's so paranoid.
Welcome to the Rock.
That's a trailer line right there. That's a trailer line.
Drop your weapon! Drop them! Stand back! Open fire!
Commander Anderson, if you have any concern for the lives of your men, you will order them to safety their weapons and place them on the deck.
We know why you're out here. God knows I agree with you. But like you, I swore to defend this country against all enemies, foreign, sir, and domestic. You know goddamn well I can't give that order.
I think Michael Biehn's about to die. I think Michael Biehn's about to get his. Well, this has gone horribly. Oh, Michael Biehn! He was barely in it. He was barely here. I figured there was a lot of them breaking into the Rock, and that they were going to get whittled down, though. I thought he was going to be safe. Nope. Nope, it's just the two of them. Just the two of them. I don't think Ed Harris was too happy with this result. Well, that went from going really well for them to really, really shit real fast. I'm kind of bummed that Michael Biehn's out already.
Well, maybe now they'll pay up.
Maybe now they won't, Captain.
Then maybe we need to execute a few hostages. Got a live one.
Jesus, you sadistic fuck. What the? What?
We got microfilm files of prominent Americans and Europeans, de Gaulle, British members of Parliament, even the Prime Minister. Mason was the British operative who stole the files, but our bureau agents caught him at the Canadian border.
So you held this guy without trial his whole life. No wonder he's pissed.
Yeah, I was gonna say. It's pretty fucked.
What it says is chemical weapons specialist.
Yeah, I don't know why they were withholding the chemical weapons thing from Mason. Like, surely that would only motivate him to help. Nick, his face. Oh, that might be a bad thing. Why does it look like Moria in here? It literally looks like the mines of Moria down there.
You must never hesitate.
He's giving him a mentorship whilst this extremely dangerous situation unfolds. Elaborate death, elaborate death, elaborate death. Jesus. Why he didn't just shoot him lying on the ground? Who knows, but spectacle. Spectacle, baby.
But what I'm dealing with here is one of the most deadly substances the Earth has ever known. So what do you say you cut me some friggin' slack?
I do wonder what's going through Sean Connery's head acting opposite Nicolas Cage. Like, I have never encountered another actor like this.
Really elegant string of pearls configured. So what I'm doing now is removing the guidance system chips so the rocket will splash down after 500 feet.
Alright, well, it seems like we've got one rocket dealt with, but how many more are there?
3 rockets somewhere else. We have to find them.
3 more. There's 3 more. Good to know. This movie's insane. This movie's insane. I did not expect a movie that had a Ferrari Humvee chase to then have a minecart moment.
You all right?
Yeah, it's perfectly okay, you fucking idiot.
That's not fun. That's not fun. Oh my god. That's a fucking stunt. Just dangling there with your feet on fire. Throw it back, throw it back, throw it back. Nice. Nice. This is madness. This is absolute madness what's happening. Jesus, where did he come from? Don't hesitate. Can't hesitate. Oh, dear.
Let me remind you, there are lives at stake, civilian lives. Speak up. Speak up!
It's making it very easy to not like Ed Harris and his team. At first, they would felt like misguided, like I understood what they're pissed off about, but now they're just full tilt fucked.
What about Mr. Henderson's head?
Hey.
Okay. It's gonna deal with it. Just trust him. He'll deal with it.
Captain John Patrick Mason, General, sir, of Her Majesty's SAS. Retired, of course.
He's like, you kidding me? You drag out this pensioner to try and bring me down.
I don't quite see how you cherish the memory of the dead by killing another million. And,
some truth. He's talking some truth right now.
Lunacy, General, sir. Personally, I think you're a fucking idiot.
It's about time someone said that.
You're lucky that old man Hummel wants your life.
Because I take pleasure in gutting you, boy.
Oh my god, these people, they're just going full serial killer mode. All of these Marines.
On the mine car, through the tunnels to the power plant. How, in the name of Zeus's butthole, did you get out of your cell?
I mean, did no one notice him doing this? When he did it the first time, did no one notice him, like, swinging the fucking thing around?
Letting the general know of the time, sir.
I'm very aware of the time, Captain.
I think Ed Harris is having some, I don't want to do this vibes going on. Meanwhile, his psychopath team are like, I'm in.
Fire.
Fire!
We might want to do something about that. Is this actually going to happen? Is this actually going to happen? No, he's going to stop it. He's going to abort. He's going to abort. Oh.
Bogey detonated underwater.
All right. I had me going for a moment there, to be fair. There's going to be a mutiny upon this mutiny, I swear to God.
Airstrike approved.
It's not going to happen. Okay, the airstrike is going to get aborted. Nick Cage is going to come through and save the fucking day, alright? Still, it is doing a good job at conveying the weight of the situation. I have to give it that.
The day we took hostages, we became mercenaries. And mercenaries get paid. I want my fucking money!
We bluffed. They called it. The mission's over.
Whoever said anything about bluffing, General?
Stand down.
You might have got the wrong people, Ed Harris. You may have got the wrong people.
I'm relieving you of your command, sir.
Yep, mutiny, mutiny. Double mutiny.
I'll have that sidearm, sir.
You mean this sidearm?
Maybe the problem's just going to take care of itself at this rate.
It's over.
Well, there fucking goes Ed Harris. Jesus. Nick Cage is about to have a boss fight whilst trying to defuse a chemical weapon. He's going to launch the rocket at him. He's going to launch the rocket. Why would you stand there, you fucking idiot?
Do you like the Elton John song Rocket Man?
I don't like soft ass shit.
You're the Rocket Man. How do you like how that shit works?
Good death. Good death. Oh! Jeez. Oh my god. Every so often, just something just takes me by surprise. So if he's removing the guidance chips, if that's what he's doing with the rockets, why does he need to remove the guidance chip here? He's already shot the rocket. Or have I missed something? He's just carrying around this Pokeball of chemical horribleness.
English prick. I tell you, my old man was Irish.
I mean, he's Scottish, so you're wrong. That's for calling me English.
Eat that, you fuck!
He was just saving it. He was just saving that fucking thing just to do that. Yep, you're gonna have to do it. Stab your heart. Stab yourself in the heart right now. That is horrible. That is horrendous. Just let the poison have me. It looks like he missed. Is that where the heart is? Is it that low down? Did he go up? Did he go like up like that?
Launch green flares and we wait for the cavalry.
Oh yeah, the flares. Michael Bihn's voice of the Jedi just came in to remind us all about that.
I got green smoke. I got green smoke. Abort. Abort. Breakwater, abort. Abort. Jesus.
Oh my god. We had to have one. We had to have at least one go off. Man, fucking Sean Connery's just coming in with all the saves today. Oh, and the whimsical music plays. I'm still surprised he didn't correct him about calling him English. There must have been some sort of quip there, right?
Are the hostages alive?
Every one of them.
I mean, he hasn't checked. He hasn't checked that that explosion didn't kill them.
St. Michael's Church, Fort Walton, Kansas. From Pew.
Right leg. Is this what I think it is?
He's gone. Like a ghost of Scotland's past.
So where's Mason?
Vaporized.
This guy's like...
Poor bastard.
Vandals, stop! I'm sorry!
Come on, baby!
I'm an FBI agent. It's okay. I'm allowed to take stuff from the church.
Honey? You wanna know who really killed JFK?
It's like National Treasure all over again. Oh, there we go. That was The Rock. That was an eventful little trip we just went on there. Poor Michael Biehn. There he is. Okay, that was The Rock. Sean Connery, Nicolas Cage, Ed Harris, Michael Bay, doing his weird camera movements all over the place. Overall, I enjoyed it. I think it's a fun little ride. I do think it's too long. That's for damn sure. Like the first hour could be cut down to 30 minutes easily. It felt like it took a long time to actually get into the meat of the movie. Once we got to the actual, like, the advertised product of what the movie was, it was a lot of fun. I do think there was stuff at the start that could have been cut right down. However, I will say I did like that we got a good clear setup for each of our sort of three main players in terms of who Nicolas Cage is, who Sean Connery is, who Ed Harris is, where they fall in the story and what's motivating them. Obviously, we had Nicolas Cage as like an eccentric kind of genius with chemicals. And, yep, Nicolas Cage leaned right into the eccentric part of that every so often. Like, he was on screen for 2 seconds and he was already going full Cage at certain moments, so that's fun. Sean Connery turned up in a Billy Connolly cosplay to start with, which was funny in itself. Although I did think it was kind of funny that they had this line of, he's the best escape artist ever, but he's been in prison for 30 years and not been able to escape. Felt slightly like a contradiction in terms, but, you know, whatever, we'll go with it. I'm sure that he's, like, been underground, locked up, not seen daylight or whatever. Like, they knew he could break out, so they come up with some convoluted way to keep him in. I don't know. It just made me laugh a little bit. But of the three, Ed Harris, I was like, okay, I can kind of see where our villain is coming from. I didn't expect, like, the villain of the piece to be, like understandable in that way. Like, I thought we were just going to be getting into a 2D villain territory with this, honestly, but there was actual depth there. There was conflict of interest. There was, like, I don't know if this is actually what I want to do, but I definitely feel like I've been betrayed by my country and my government in certain regards, and I want to stand up to that. And, you know, I did not expect there to be that level of depth. But when we got to, like, as I say, the actual Rock part of the Rock movie, it definitely felt like all his henchmen Marines definitely fell into the category of psychopathic henchmen. Like, they definitely didn't have the same level of depth as Ed Harris or his sort of second in command. Like, they definitely, both of them seemed to be wrestling with what they were doing versus what was motivating them to do it, which I liked that. I liked that was going on in the movie, but I don't know. I feel like the rest of the Marines did fall into that 2D. These are bad people. They're doing this for money, and that's about it. They don't really care about the cause, and they're just crazy. They're psychopaths. They are absolute psychopaths. I did like that there were these kind of parallels between Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery's characters in terms of what they are fighting for, what they have been fighting for, what their lives are. The bit where Sean Connery was like, I didn't want your child to grow up without a father, you know, it hit because it felt like that was all pretty well set up by and large. Like, it felt like I knew the journey that Sean Connery's character had been on by how he was introduced and the introduction of his daughter and that missed time. So when that sort of circled back round, that was pretty good. I mean, there was a few things that circled back round in satisfying ways, like stabbing yourself in the heart with a needle, which they made a big point about, which, yeah, that's not good. I just had the chemicals take me, I think. Bye, I'm done. I'm not jabbing that in my heart. Gutted about Michael Biehn, though. I saw his name in the opening credits. I was like, oh, cool, Michael Biehn's in this. And then he was there for, I don't know, he might have got about 15 minutes of screen time altogether, and then he got blasted, which, you know, sad. It's a sad, sad day when Michael Biehn doesn't get enough work, in my opinion. But let's talk about the sort of the main, I suppose, feature of the movie. It's the spectacle of it, and oh boy, there was some madness. But I have to say, like, the chase sequence where Sean Connery's trying to get to his daughter was nuts. It was so insane, but what didn't help it was that the way it was chosen to be shot was just confusing as fuck. Like, I had no idea what was going on in certain points. So I had no idea who got totaled, who got lost, how things started flipping up in the air at certain points, and the camera was just doing this insane movement. Like, even during some of the more like passive moments of the chase where people were just kind of realigning themselves, the camera's still going like, Jesus Christ, oh, it's action. Like, what was going on during some of that? I felt like I blinked for a moment and all I knew, the tram was flying up in the air somehow. I had no idea how that happened. And I didn't look away. So I literally have no clue. All I know is that the guy who was running the tram really likes his tram. Next thing he knows, he's in the middle of a car chase, and then the tram is up in the air. Thankfully, later on, during like the Rock action sequences, like the shootouts and the explosions, things sort of seemed to get a lot more stable and easy to read what was actually happening. I was thinking, like, even during the opening sequence with Ed Harris and that sort of stealing the chemical weapons, I thought, oh, you know what, this seems like Michael Bay's being a little bit more restrained in how he's directing action. Like, you can actually see what's going on. You can read the geography of the scene and what's motivating everyone. Everything is clear. And then we cut to that car chase sequence, which is, I guess, trying to mimic Bullet, but trying to go, but this is how it should have been done. It should have been like this. No, it shouldn't. Don't do that. But I do think the thing I enjoyed the most about this movie, which is, you know, it will come as a surprise to no one, it was just the interactions between Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage, and indeed Ed Harris. I think the scenes between Sean Connery and Ed Harris were pretty good as well. But I did like the bouncing off of one another in terms of the different personalities of Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage, not just as their characters, but as actors. Like, there were moments in there where I felt like Sean Connery was like, what is this guy doing? I've never seen another actor do this, which was just kind of fascinating to watch. Just like there are moments where Nicolas Cage likes to emphasize certain words, but they're not the words you expect him to emphasize. You can see Sean Connery just slightly taken aback by, oh, okay, you do you, man. I also liked how in those scenes the power dynamics between them sort of shifted. Like, when they were in a situation where Sean Connery's character was like in the know, like, I know how to handle this situation, you follow my lead, and we do this. And then when it came to Nicolas Cage's character and his skill set becoming the forefront, and that sort of switch in that power dynamic when one knew what they were talking about and the other didn't, and like how they were able to play off each other in those moments. And I just kind of enjoyed Sean Connery like calling people idiots, like just going full tilt, you fucking idiot. So overall, I did like this. It felt like a weird culmination of like a few different things. Like it had a bit of Escape from New York in there. It had a bit of Die Hard in there. It had a bit of whatever it is, that magic thing that Nicolas Cage brings to the party. And it had the kind of suave coolness of Sean Connery in there, and just sort of jammed it all together to make this cake of The Rock. So I enjoyed all of that. I do, like I said, I think the opening, like that first hour, just it began to lose me a little bit. Like it just felt like it was going on too long. I felt like it was trying to build up the Sean Connery escape to get to his daughter attempt, and was sort of showing the bit by bit, which was fine, but it felt like it took a long time to get to where it was going. And then we got that chase sequence, which was started off like, oh, this is going to be great, and then it just literally felt like it blew my eyeballs out. But then when we actually got to them going to Alcatraz, breaking in, and all of that stuff, I really enjoyed all that stuff. Like the banter between them, the action sequences were good, and the minecart, was not expecting minecart, so that's always a plus. But yeah, overall, just a fun action movie, straight to the point action movie. Good guys who have, you know, pretty like interesting things that they're fighting for in terms of their personal stakes, but also just a rollicking, let's stop the bad guys from doing bad things and all that. Like sometimes that's all it needs to be. Sometimes that's all you need your movie to be, as long as you execute it well. And I think 80% of this was executed well. There's just some length problems and that weird camera stuff, that fucking bizarre camera stuff that he insists on using. But no, overall, a good time I had with this. It was a fun movie, and you know, as I say, it's one I've been putting off watching for a while, but I'm happy it's done. It's in the books. I had a good time with this. Hope you guys did too. Thank you for watching this one, guys. If you enjoyed it, please press the thumbs up. Helps me know you liked it. Helps it get seen by more people. Also, consider subscribing and supporting the channel that way. Also on Twitch, there's links in the description. Other than that, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you on the next one.